fọ́nrán yìí.
Ìbà Ọbàtálá ọba tààsà ọba takuntakun lóde ìrọ̀jẹ́ Ọbàtálá dàgbàjẹ̀bí òsè èèyàn kọ́ nígbà èèyàn ìbà Ọbàtálá ti ṣàgọ̀dọ̀ lọ́mọ Ọbàtálá ọba tààsà. Ìbò fúnra ká yá sí mọ́lẹ̀ olómi nílé bẹ́ẹ̀ jẹ́ ju ẹ̀ wọ́n máa sọ nílé lọ́fíìmọ̀ òfìmọ̀ òbúra òkú nílé ló bá wà lówó dé yàrá ló bá wà lówó dẹdẹ ẹkúnlé ló bá wà lówó ọmọ kan lé o jíjọ òkun dọ̀rùn bọ̀ wọlé ayé aṣọ iná lọ́múbora ẹ̀wẹ̀jẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ lẹ́wù màrìwò lọ́sọ̀ òkú màrìwò ní sọ́dọ̀ òkú débi débi òkú ẹlẹ́lẹ́
ọba Alade tó wà ní ètò náà lónìí.
Bọ́bá bá pàdé òkú àti ìpọ̀ba. Ṣé kò sọ rẹ̀ kú jayé iná lójú iná lẹ́nu àkàtà yẹ́rìyẹ́rì? Ṣọ̀gbọ́n olùkóso rẹ̀ kú jayé arábàbí ọkọ ìyá ṣọ̀gbọ́n ni wọ́n sì ṣọ̀gbọ́n ni wọ́n sì nílé mi òwò gírí kàkàkàkà bí lọ́la láàrò ṣọ̀gbọ́n olùkóso rẹ̀ kú jayé iná lójú iná lẹ́nu ṣọ̀gbọ́n má pàdé ṣọ̀gbọ́n pápá mi dákun má parọ́ mi ṣọ̀gbọ́n olùkóso eégún ńlá tí yan lẹ́lẹ́nu òrìṣà tí ẹgbẹ́ ẹlẹ́rù àti ìṣàyẹ̀ gbẹ̀jẹ̀ ọkọ̀ ìyá olóró ọkọ̀ mi ẹlẹ́rù. Ẹ bá ń pè láàárọ̀ ògiri òkò ọ̀bẹ lẹ́kùn sunkún kẹ́lù ọba ẹlẹ́kùn lẹ́lẹ́kùn sunkún láàárọ̀ ẹ̀sẹ̀ ẹ̀jẹ̀ òbó níbi sunmi kẹ́rù òbó níbi oníbi sunmi láàárọ̀ ẹ̀rù sunkún láàárọ̀ ẹ̀yọkùn ọ̀bẹ lẹ́kùn sunkún ẹlẹ́kùn sunkún láàárọ̀ ẹ̀sẹ̀ ẹ̀jẹ̀. Ọ̀tún ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ jẹ́ olóyè ayùn awẹ́dẹ tọ́kọ̀ tó ẹ̀ mọ́ Ọ̀ṣun má fìyà jẹ mí Aládé kojú má pọ̀ mi dà sínú mi Ọ̀ṣun tó torí ọrùn Ọ̀ṣun tó torí báwọn báwọn kúkú wá sílẹ̀ yóò torí ìjẹ wẹ́rẹ́wẹ́rẹ́ báwọn dọ́wọ́ gbọ̀rọ̀ ìjẹ lẹ́hùn jí ìjẹ lẹ́sẹ̀ yẹyẹ mi Ládé kojú ẹ̀bọ̀ra sí gbẹ́nu mi Ọ̀ṣun ṣẹ̀gẹ̀ṣẹ̀ olóyè gbogbo ayé bá ń kórè yèyé fọ̀ṣù òrèlè yóò Ọ̀ṣun omi o ẹ̀rí o ọ̀dà o àgbà o omi ò lápá omi gbèkì omi ò lẹ́sẹ̀ omi gbèyàn lọ ìdààmú ayé wa omi gbè lọ omi ò lápá omi gbèkì omi ò lẹ́sẹ̀ omi gbèyàn lọ ìdààmú ayé wa omi ò lápá omi gbèkì omi ò lẹ́sẹ̀ omi gbèyàn lọ ìdààmú ayé wa omi gbè lọ ìdààmú ayé wa omi gbè lọ.
Thank you. Extreme gratitude to the cultural performance. Before we proceed, please allow me to recognize the presence of Her Majesty Olori Aderonke Ogunwusi, wife of the Ọọni of Ife, His Imperial Majesty, accompanied by Erelu Olajumoke Fadeyi. Welcome to this August occasion. Thank you. So, to the next stage, please permit me to introduce Ajoyemi Oshuleye, International Consultant for the World Orisa Congress. Thank you.
ẹlòmíràn tí wọ́n tún fẹ́ gbé máìkì fún bàbá tó dé fìlà pupa tó sì kẹ́ dáadáa bí ọmọ Yorùbá ẹ rí i pé òyìnbó ni òun náà bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí máa sọ nísinsìnyí títí tó bá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní sọ̀rọ̀.
Ọba Adéyí ẹni Babátúndé Ògúnwùsì Ọ̀jájá the second Chairman Board of Trustees welcome and the permanent chairman Obas in Nigeria, confirmed. The Consul General of Brazil in Lagos, His Excellency Ambassador Mariano Sensu de la Cabo Santos Jr., Professor Olori, Patron Kosogun, the African Nobel Laureate in Literature, His Excellency Ambassador Erica Bennett, Head of Mission, Diaspora African Forum, DAF. DAF is the only diplomatic mission of the 6th region of the African Union. Executive Secretary CEO Naiko Otumba Biodun Ajiboye, Secretary Board of Trustees Wogan, Olori Francis Meshioye, OFR, Vice Chairman Board of Trustees Wogan. Online with us, Professor Wande Abibola, Patron Wogan, Professor of Divination and respected Nigerian scholar in Yoruba tradition. Respecting all dignitaries here, seated, Olori Ronke Ogunwusi, and everybody observed. My name is Oshunleye Ajoyemi. It is with deep humility and profound honor that I stand before this gathering of distinguished and visionary minds. Each of you represents torchbearer of African heritage, culture, and leadership, both on the continent and across diaspora. You are not dignitaries. You are custodians of our collective memory and torchbearer of the future we all hope to build. Today marks more than a press briefing. It is a spiritual awakening. We are here to unveil a movement that will recharge the cause of all our collective consciousness, the World Orisa Congress. This is not merely a festival or a conference. It is a spiritual and cultural homecoming. It is a platform where the ancient wisdom of our ancestors will meet the curious minds of the modern world in search of roots, truths, and divine connection. We owe a profound gratitude to the government of Nigeria and the Federal Ministry of Information and Culture through NICO for recognizing the urgency and power of this initiative. Across the globe, nations are leveraging cultural heritage to invigorate their economics through tourism, heritage diplomacy, and spiritual renewal. Nigeria, home to the origin of Orisa traditions, must not be left behind. We live in a world eager to reconnect with its origin. The West has looked east. Now, the world turns south towards Africa. It is estimated that over 400 million people around the world identify with Orisa-based tradition. Yet, ironically, many of us here have been taught to fear it, to hide from it, or worse, reject it. These traditions, rooted in the sacred rules of Osun, the shrines of Ife, and the altar of Oyo, are still alive in Brazil, Cuba, Trinidad, Haiti, the United States, and beyond. The World Orisa Congress will gather them all in one global circle of connection, education, celebration, and healing. This Congress is more than a cultural celebration. It is a decolonial movement. For centuries, Africa's sacred knowledge was demonized, misinterpreted, and buried beneath imported ideologies. But here we are reawakening. The world will now see that Africa is not a land of darkness, but a fountain of divine light, knowledge, and unmatched spiritual depth. 13 years ago, I walked the streets of Brazil for the first time. There I saw Yoruba culture alive, respected, practiced, and cherished in ways that shook me to my core. What I was conditioned to dismiss in Nigeria was celebrated as sacred in Brazil. It was painful realization. We had abandoned our wisdom. We had abandoned our well of wisdom, while others across the ocean protect its flames for centuries. Brazil and Nigeria, two brothers separated by centuries of pain, But despite the separation, our brothers in Brazil guarded the flame. They preserved our songs, our prayers, our rituals unaltered. While we in Africa drank from the wells and forgot our own, they remembered, and today it's time to reconnect. It's time to become whole again. To the youth of Nigeria and Africa, I know many of you are confused. You are torn between religions, ideologies, and foreign expectations. Let me tell you this. Calm your heart. Redemption lies not in rejection, but in reconnection. Reconnection to your roots, to our ancestors, to our purpose. A few days ago, I told a friend about Orisa Congress. Her response was shocking. She said, "Ajoyemi, you people are trying to bring demons back to Nigeria." My heart sank. That is the level of distortion our sacred tradition have suffered. But the Orisa tradition is not about demons or fear. It's about divine order, cosmic intelligence, and harmony with nature. The Orisa tradition is not evil. It is not demonic. It is sacred knowledge. Wisdom passed down across millennia. What we must do is present it not as a fearsome, but as beautiful, intelligent, and divine. This is why the Congress matters. It is a re-education. It is a platform to shift global perception. It is a place where priests will sit beside professors, where rituals meet reasons, and where heritage meets innovation. Our goal is to showcase the sophistication and spiritual of African tradition. I'll say that again. Our goal is to showcase the sophistication and spirituality of African tradition. Many of our artifacts now sit in Western Museum, carbon dated for 6,000 years. America is only 248 years old. Think about it. The African mind that created these wonders predates modern civilization. Imagine if we could reach across time to speak with that mind. What will we learn? Let us think these through together. What wisdom did the maker of Oriyolokun carry in their spirit to create such a magnificence? What if we could retrieve just a fragment of that inspiration today? Why should you allow anyone to convince you that the maker of Oriyolokun, an artistic and spiritual masterpiece of our ancestors, is evil? Why should you believe that Orisa, divine beings created by God, are evil? Why should you believe that your own ancestors, the ones whose prayer brought you here, were evil? Who told you that? Who planted that thought in your mind? The word Orisa, and what Orisa da, literally means those whom the Creator, through divine consciousness, has specially designed and assigned. They are not demons. They are manifestation of divine purpose, carved out of the same God we claim to worship. Take another example. Oromila. Say that name on the street today, and many will instantly associate it with something dark or dangerous. But break down and it reveals the truth. Oromila, heaven has opened for me. Tell me, how is open heaven evil? Wow. So I ask again with all. Thank you. So I ask again with all sincerity and clarity.